Ja, internationales Masterprogramm, Moment, das hat schon mal nicht funktioniert. Internationales Masterprogramm, Danube Agri-Food, in anderen, manchmal gibt es there are a few different names for that are bounced around. Sustainability in agriculture, food production, and food technology in the Danube region is the official name, as far as I know. There are, at the moment, I have given this presentation already, and I think the dates, these deadlines are the old ones, but they apply now as well. EU candidates 20th of August, non-EU candidates 31st of March. We usually had one or the other applicant applying later or submitting some documents later, and that usually can be handled. It's just the deadlines are pretty generous because for non-EU candidates, there's often visa issues and so on, and issues with recognition of their previous study programs. So the deadlines are rather generous for that. But in the concrete cases, this can be handled more flexibly as well. Why would you want to do an international master program? The reason are pretty much the same for all of these international master programs. You can get a joint degree that is recognized in different countries. And oops, this is on some kind of automatic apparently that I didn't know about. I don't have a pen either. You have the opportunity to experience a variety of different educational and scientific institutions. This program entails pretty mandatory parts of the program to be done at one of the partner universities. So you are supposed to study at least 2 or 3 different universities from the partner consortium, which is a great thing to broaden your horizons in the field of studies, build international contacts, get to know different institutions, get to know different universities, get to know students from other countries, and of course, get to know different universities, cities, different universities, and the cultures where they reside in. At the moment, there are partner universities. The full partner universities are the St. Istvan University in Hungary, the University of Novi Sad in Serbia, University of Zagreb in Croatia, the University of, sorry about the name, I'm not entirely sure what the exact name right now is. Anyway, it's in Timișoara in Romania and Bocu in Vienna. We also have associated partners, the Warsaw University of Life Sciences, the Czech University of Life Sciences in Prague, and the Slovak Agricultural University in Nitra, which are pretty much same thing in those respective countries as Bocu is, with a very similar educational program, very similar scientific and educational topics and focus points. The full partner universities are like the central, more important partners that also share essentially the study program, and while most of the study program can be done. The associated partners contribute mostly to things like summer schools and single courses. I have to add at this moment that we are working on a change in the curriculum and also a change in the consortium. These things will, the change in the curriculum, we're not able to finish that in time for the next winter semester. This has been postponed, and there will be changes. There are changes imminent that are also will apply to the mobility tracks. This will, if you decide to start this master program now, starting with winter semester 2021, this will not apply yet. You will, if the changes go through, you will probably have the possibility to switch to the new curriculum as it comes along. At the moment, what I'm going to present now is the current curriculum. There are probably in the next phase, at least the Czech University of Life Sciences will be a full partner, and there will be the possibility to also do part of the mobility track there, not only in those 5 that are listed here. One of the reasons for the imminent, for the changes that are, for the upcoming changes or the planned changes in the curriculum is that we have, okay, no, sorry, I'll postpone that for a few minutes and continue with some general informations. Why the idea of for such an international master program came up roughly 10 years ago on some international meetings with some of the partner universities. And because of the historical links between universities, countries, the region that comprises rather new EU member states, candidate countries at the time and possible candidates, and because of the importance of the region for the development of the European Union. This is a region that is rather dynamic. There is a lot of development going on in ecological, economical, and social respects, and there is a highly scientific potential for further economical growth and improvement. There is also a lot of cross-links among these in economies with lots of investors, multinational companies, and so on. Just a second, I see there are 2. Okay, chat is not immediately important right now. So this was how the idea came up to establish an international master program encompassing as many as possible of these Central and Eastern European countries as well as universities, and the current curriculum is basically what came out of this for now. The aim of the whole master program is essentially about sustainability. It's mostly about sustainability, sustainable development in food production, in food security, technology, and quality. There's a lot of intercultural and regional aspects that are very important, particularly in terms of agriculture and agricultural production, natural agriculture, biological agriculture, sustainable energy production, bioenergy production, things like that. Also, a little bit about biotechnology, which is sometimes seen, defined differently in the various countries. The target group is essentially people with a background in agriculture, in food technology, in environmental sciences, landscape architecture, landscape planning, as well as forestry. Now, some of the changes that are being talked about and discussed now, and that are probably going to come within the next year, are due to the fact that that there is a little difficulty involved with the background of on one side, people coming from an agricultural background, and on the other side, people coming from food technology. And sometimes it is difficult. The agricultural people coming from agriculture have a little difficulty in terms of their personal background and their scientific background with the food part, as well as vice versa. So we are thinking about a sort of division, but which is not entirely discussed yet, a sort of division that should make that easier, that gives people the possibility to focus from the start more into agricultural production and sustainable agriculture, or more into the food technology and food safety and quality part. This will, this is already possible now, but this is still, it's not completely reflected in the current curriculum. How does the program work, the master program? There are 9 focus areas that are coming up on the screen right now. Sustainable agriculture, food safety and consumer science, soil, water and climate, and intercultural learnings are the central ones. these 4 focus areas. 2 of them are compulsory with 10 ECTS, 2 are compulsory with 10 and 12 ECTS each. The intercultural learning focus area comprises a summer or winter school, and as well as presenting at a scientific conference. And then there is an internship, an obligatory internship that can be done at a company, can be done at a Behörde, for instance, like, or also at a university or something, a research institute that is affiliated with a ministry or something like that. There are 5 more focus areas: sustainable rural and regional development and policy, biodiversity and sustainable use of resources, biotechnology, regional specialties, and sustainable energy systems. These focus areas basically contribute elective subjects and allow specialization personal specialization during the master program. These do not comprise compulsory subjects that have to be done. These are just giving you the possibility to specialize in certain areas depending on your concrete interests. The current mobility track is like this. The program starts at Boku, essentially, in winter semester with one winter semester ECTS, 30 ECTS at Boku. A second semester can be studied in either Hungary or in Romania at either St. István University or the university in Timisoara, and a third semester, 30 ECTS as well, can be studied at either the University of Zagreb or the University of Novi Sad. Never mind whether you study the second semester, the third can be done in Zagreb or in Novi Sad. The fourth semester should comprise the master thesis, essentially, and you have the free choice of universities among the 5 full partners. At the moment, the thesis is supposed to be supervised by a supervisor at the university where you are actually doing it, and co-supervised by somebody at one of the other universities that are full partners. And this is obviously pretty much can be chosen freely. So you can come back to Boku, for instance, in the 4th semester to do your master thesis there, or you can stay at Zagreb or Novi Sad, or you can go back to Timisoara or Gödöllő, where St. István University is located. So that is, there will be probably, now just as an outlook, in the future, there will probably be the Czech University of Life Sciences, also a full partner, and there will be a mobility track basically focusing on Vienna plus Prague, and another one probably with Prague and focusing on Prague and Timisoara. And there will be more flexibility coming up between Zagreb and Novi Sad and Gödöllő. But this is, for now, this is pretty much as it stands. The lectures, internships, and the summer winter school can be done in the summer between the vacation, essentially between the 1st and the 2nd semester, or the 2nd and 3rd semester. There is a summer school every year that is held in different partner universities with different topics, and you can do it. You will also have, if the first summer school is not to your full liking in terms of your personal interests, you can usually wait for a year to do it, and the year after that. Learning outcomes of the whole course, the whole master program, is basically critically select and apply. You should be able to critically select and apply adequate methods for sustainability in all the areas that the master program deals with: agricultural production, food production, and food technology, essentially. You're supposed to obtain a deep knowledge of agriculture, and food production, always under the aspect of sustainability and always under the aspect of what is actually going on in these countries in the Danube region. Understand the relevance of sustainability in general, as well as especially for the Danube region, before the background of what is actually going on in these countries and in their economic systems. Understanding the development of the whole Danube region, ecologically, rural development, as well as cultural history. It's not exactly a coincidence that most of these countries, most of the partner universities are in the area that used to be the Austrian-Hungarian monarchy. So all this is happening, of course, against the background of a very close historical development. You should be able to analyze social interactions also in an intercultural context, be fluent in English, or if you're not, you will become fluent in English because you're going to have to study for 4 semesters with English as the teaching language. And of course, as with all master programs, you're supposed to be able to convey research proposals, reports, and scientific papers to a wider public audience. There are scientific conferences that are organized within the partnership, within the international organizations where all these universities and others as well are partners. They're done regularly and that give particularly students the opportunity to present part of their work, part of the master thesis, other projects, and so on, in a scientific environment. It's generally a master program with a limited number of students, which may sometimes be a little weird because you have like 4 or 5, 10 colleagues that study the same thing, but it has the distinct advantage that you know all your colleagues well and that you are very well taken care of by all the universities that you visit and that you where you take part in the parts of the study program. We have had very positive experiences throughout the years. All the universities, the international offices of the universities really take good care of the students and help out in all possible ways to provide a positive experience. These are a few pictures from previous students that have done this master program. Pictures are been taken during a summer school in that one. I'm not entirely sure. This one, the one on the bottom right is from the summer school in Serbia that has, or 2 years ago. Like I said, at the moment, courses begin at, or the program starts at BOKU, and students are then going on to visit different universities and study for a semester there, do their master thesis and different universities. This is probably going to change a little, but it will stay the same in the respect that all the students are really taken very well care of and almost pampered when they visit a different university and start studying there. There's 2 academic program coordinators. I'm one of them, Professor Etzinger is the other one, and the administrative coordinator is Gudrun Reisinger from the BOKU International Office Center for International Relations. There is a Facebook page and special email addresses and to get all the informations. If you need to know anything more, if you want to know anything more, contact us personally if there are any questions that cannot be answered now. We are usually there to help out with further informations. Dates again, sometime in August for EU candidates, 31st of March for non-EU candidates. Like I said, this is mostly in order to have enough time with applications, with the admittance to BOKU and other universities in a study program and to sort out visa issues. Thank you for your attention, and